coverage. Both candidates for U.S. Senate say jobs is the most important issue to Pennsylvania voters in this election. News 8's Barbara Barr is covering the race and reports on how Pat Toomey and Joe Sestak plan to get the economy moving again.
Congressman Joe Sestak.
Democratic Senate candidate Joe Sestak spoke to the York Rotary Club, laying out his plan to get Pennsylvania's economy moving again.
I think we're all for tax cuts.
Sestak told the business leaders he favors keeping tax cuts for the majority of small businesses in the state, but ending the cuts for those making more than $250,000, or about the top 2%, in order to help pay down the country's debt.
When people say to me, cut taxes, I'm all for it, but where do you cut it? For me, it's shifted over to small businesses and try to get them the tax credit, zero capital gains if you invest in them. And my opponent wants to have zero taxes for corporations.
Republican Pat Toomey was in Pittsburgh talking about jobs, the issue both candidates believe is most important to Pennsylvania voters.
I'm the only guy in this race who's created a job. I've created hundreds of jobs. So I understand what it takes. I understand how to get that done. I understand the kind of policies that will help encourage job growth.
This is choking.
One York business owner at the Rotary meeting brought along a copy of the health care bill that Sestak supports and Toomey opposes. Scott Wagner, a Toomey supporter, is concerned it will hurt his recycling business.
My biggest concern right now is regulation. We're being regulated to death.
But Sestak says the bill has benefits for small business owners.
Small businesses aren't mandated they have to provide health care at all. There's no mandate. Oh, by the way, if they decide to, and you qualify, you will pay from 35% to 50% in tax credits.
And Joe Sestak and Pat Toomey have been hammering each other in ads about their connections. Toomey has criticized Sestak for voting for the stimulus and bailouts, while Sestak says that Toomey has voted for bills that sent jobs overseas and has been favoring big business over small business, Janelle. So this really starting to heat up as we go now to the final weeks of this Senate campaign.
Less than a month away. All right. Thank you, Barbara. And our